Alright, here's my 1998 Buick Regal GS. In high school I had 5 cars in my dream garage, and this was one of them. I remember exactly why I got interested in this car. I was probably in math class or something reading an automotive magazine, Auto Week to be exact, and I was reading a review on the Acura Integra Type R. Awesome car. This is not a bash on it at all, but I was reading about it, and Auto Week was saying it's the greatest front-wheel drive car of all time, spectacular engine, all that good stuff, which it deserves, because the Type R is a great car. But another blurb they added was not to get into a drag race with a kid borrowing grandma's Buick Regal GS, or you're going to get smoked at a stoplight. And I was like, what the hell's a Buick Regal GS? So I looked it up, and this is it. I was like, holy crap, that's like a normal looking car with the supercharged engine, and that's when I became a fan. Basically, that's how I learned about sleepers. That was my first exposure to one. But since domestic cars are pretty much hated by a lot of people, they're not worth anything. So I think the people who hate domestic cars and think they're not reliable for keeping the value down. 4 years ago I got this for $6 grand. Nowadays a 98 would run for maybe $2,000, so they're really affordable cars and completely reliable, so thank you everyone keeping the value down. I haven't done much with it cosmetically. I just try to keep it clean. It's got a Torque Star rims from a GTP, one of the lightest rims available for W-body platformed cars. It's got a SLP reproduction spoiler, tinted taillights, aftermarket muffler. Besides cars, my other passion in life is animal rescue, so I gotta save a life, adopt a homeless pet frame right there. Pretty much this car's in pretty good condition. Got one ding right there, but you know, it's after 11 years things happen. The last guy who had this car, he took great care of it. I don't think he had any kids, so the back seat's pretty much perfect. Interior, nice and clean as well. Here's another thing I got, save a stray. The pretty amusing thing is, since it's a Buick, look how big the font is on the radio. I guess they want the old people to be able to read the gauges, see how big the font and lettering is on this car. And I think when you're low on gas, it tells you you're low on gas when you have like 6 gallons of gas left, so yeah, I think that's pretty funny. I could poke fun at my own cars. Here's a scan gauge, what's that, oil pressure, and a boost gauge. The only thing that's really gone wrong with this car is the driver information center burned out, and that's why I got a boost gauge. The brake light's always on. That brake light right there, it's always red, even though my brake's released. And it says low coolant, even though I have like coolant in my car. So, you know, a few things have gone wrong, but nothing major. It doesn't bother me. Basic bolt-on car, 3.2-inch pulley, PRJ spark plug wires, tog headers, the supercharger's ported, fender well intake, the headers are smog legal, upgraded PCM, ECU, computer, same thing, short stack intercooler, and if you turn the key in the on position, you could actually hear the intercooler pump buzzing a little bit. That's pretty cool. It's got a nice sized trunk. You know, it's a usable car. A rear strut tower brace and a fuel pump rewire kit. So there you go. That's the outside and inside of the car. So let's drive this thing. Alright, the mark of a great car, you know, not in the people's eyes, but in your own eyes, is a car that you enjoy driving, that you look forward to driving every day. And after 4 years of owning this car, I enjoy driving it every day. It's never gotten old for me. It's my daily driver, and I can't really complain. I enjoy driving to work every day. It's a very inspiring drive. So, life can't get any better than that when you actually enjoy driving to work. Yeah, I've had this thing for 5 or 4 years. It's great. It's one of those cars that I'm never going to get rid of. There's no point in it. It's not worth anything. If I try to trade it in at a dealer, they would probably give me $500 for it. This is the car that I've put more money into than what it's worth. I've had a blast modding it, and pretty much I'm done modding this thing. My goal with this car was always to just have a 13-second daily driver, and there's no point in modding it any further. I'm just going to enjoy it as a daily driver and see how long it lasts me. Here's a thing that never gets old. Supercharger wine. This is one of the cheapest cars you could buy with a factory supercharger. And this will never ever get old. I do this every day, right by a wall. Listen. That will never ever get old. And, driving it every day, I look forward to that supercharger wine, and it's a great first car, or it's a great project car even. A lot of guys, and I forgot to mention this in my walkaround, but a lot of people who own this type of car, Buick Regal GS, or it's stablemate, the Pontiac Grand Prix GTP, a lot of these guys move up to Corvettes, GTOs, Mustang Cobras, Pontiac G8s. But a lot of these guys stick with these cars. It's just a car that a lot of us have fond memories with. And it's a car I won't let go. I think it's a perfect complement to any car. Just drive a sports car on the weekends and on your days off, or grocery duties. Drive one of these. It's not the fastest car in the world, but I'm never hoping for more power, and I'm completely happy with it. Plenty of passing power. We're going to pass this van right here. See? You're never at a loss for power in this car. So that's another mark of a good car. Good car in your eyes. I'm not saying you should like this car, but in my eyes, I love this car. Plenty of power. Never feel like I need more. I mean, I would like more, but I never feel like I need more. But let's get to another driving spot here, since I have a few minutes of video left. Alright, another thing I really don't understand is why people are so down on front-wheel drive cars. People act like, everyone's a pro, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm no pro. I don't know what I'm doing, but the great thing about front-wheel drive is they're very predictable, and you know how they're gonna act, how they're gonna react, and they're very easy to drive. I got no complaints with front-wheel drive because, like I said, very predictable, and you got a little more courage with front-wheel drive than a rear-wheel drive car with a lot of power, because you're afraid you're gonna slide the tail in. But check this out, front-wheel drive car, 25 mile per hour turn. Let's tackle it, with some speed. I'm not afraid to take this corner because, it doesn't handle that great, but I know the limits of this car. And then out of this corner, just apply some power, and you're already moving with the flow of traffic. See, that's the beauty of power. So, power is a good thing. You don't even have to be into racing. It's a safety feature. Because you don't want to merge on the on-ramp going 20 miles per hour. That's scary. So, the best thing to say about power is it's a safety feature. You want to get on the freeway at speed.
Yeah, I'm not a pro driver, and I have no complaints with front-wheel drive car. If I tried that in a rear-wheel drive car, I'm gonna probably spin it out, and I'm gonna end up on YouTube and with a crashed car spinning out, and all you guys are gonna laugh at me. So I'd rather be a bad driver who relies on front-wheel drive than a guy who just spun his car out on YouTube. So I don't mind if you guys laugh at me for driving front-wheel drive. It's safe. I'm not gonna spin my car out. But there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed my walk around of my 98 Buick Regal GS. Like I said, you guys gotta make your own walk arounds. You guys don't talk enough on videos. You guys are camera shy or something.